Thank you, Marin. Liv Gray at the mound, and that's a hit right up the middle to start Illinois off here. And we're going right away. That's Kelly Riono, who starts us off with a single.
Yeah, first pitch ball, second pitch swinging, and you love to come out aggressive early, and that's exactly what Riono did, able to take that single over at first.
Yeah, so here is Stevie Mead, who, as we were just saying, may have tweaked a hamstring or something. She got rolled out. She seems to be fine, though, walking confidently up to the plate and taking that ball one. And the pitch bunt, foul. The 1-1 count coming up. And Liv Gray, a pitcher that likes to work fast. You know, we didn't even get out of the open yet before she was already in the circle and ready to go. But here's Stevie Mead walking off now, talking to coach. Like we said, we don't know if this has anything to do with her possible injury, but maybe just a strategy talk.
Yeah, just trying to figure out where the motive is, what strategy they want to use against Liv Gray, Michigan State's ace pitcher on the season so far.
And that one fouled out to right. Just beyond Dolezecki, who we said she can make those hustle plays. Maybe not that one, a little bit out of her range, but that's a realm out there in right field, Jack, that hits don't come easy out there.
Yeah, absolutely not. You'll see Dolezecki putting in work all afternoon. Gray takes a look over at Riono, still over on first.
Yeah, she's got speed. She can steal. And ball high. Riser just going up a little too high for Liv Gray with a 2.60 ERA on the season. 10-11 is her record, so she's looking to even it out today. That's a big thing for her. That one inside.
Yeah, that drop pitch coming through, just trying to get right over the inside corner of the box. That one just dropped in a little low.
And Stevie Mead been teetering around 300 average as that one's high, and she will take first base. So Michigan State starting out with 2 runners on, first and second, and that will bring up Paige Berkmeyer, who she can hit the ball as well.
Yeah, Berkmeyer, a very powerful hitter. We get another look at that final pitch up top for Gray, trying to go to that rise pitch, and that one, just like the drop pitch, caught it high on the opposite of catching it low.
And the bunt laid down under the glove there of Britton Bashirs, and a run will score. So like we were talking about, Jack, the fielding errors. Get the glove in the dirt. Just can't get there in time, and Britton Bashirs lets it go under. And that's 1-0. Kelly Riono able to get across the plate.
Yeah, absolutely, Ethan. You know, sometimes when you're in the infield, it's easier to kind of reach for that ball a little bit with your glove, but if you don't have your feet under the ball, it's very hard to do so. So you can see just trying to get back over to the ball was Bashirs, and couldn't really shuffle the feet as quick enough as she wanted to, and that allowed the ball just to go right past her.
So Abby Ryniec now in the box for Illinois. 330 average and 21 RBIs with 2 runners on scoring position. She's looking to add to that, and that one inside. So Liv Gray, like we talked about, very good pitcher all season for the Spartans. Trying to work her way into this one as that one's fouled up and out towards DeMartin Stadium over there. But she's just got to settle in a little bit. You know, she's pitched a lot this weekend, a lot of pitches. So maybe a little bit of fatigue, perhaps. As that one's lined into center field, and Illinois will score another run easily there. Crossing the plate is Stevie Mead. And then right after, Paige Berkmeyer. Started 13 times, played in 27 games and 3-11 record. She's going to try to make it 4 here today, but she's already digging herself out of a hole as that one is called a strike.
Yeah, and we saw Madison Taylor on Friday as she started Friday's matchup, the first of this 3 series. She likes to take her time a little bit inside the circle, really take her time and get her pitches down.
And a swing and a miss there for Madison Carl, who is now down in the count 0-2. Pitcher's count here, and Madison Taylor has the Illini right where she wants them in the first at-bat faced against a player that leads Illinois in batting average. And swung on and missed once again, so 3 strikes. Strike out for Madison Taylor. That's got to be good for the confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. You come into a tricky situation. Your team's facing a little bit of their backs against the wall early. Your starting pitcher has to go out. Madison Taylor stepping up inside the circle, and no better at bat to get the strikeout.
Megan Ward now fouls it off on the bunt attempt. And they're going to say that that didn't hit the bat like I thought it did. Just went past the catcher, and that will advance the runner to third. Ryniec on third over there, and now looks like they're going to challenge it. Whether that did go off the bat or not, foul ball or not, because that advances a player into third that, you know, Michigan State doesn't want to give up another run, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely not. This is a crucial moment so far, especially with 1 out. You completely have the bunt opportunity in play to advance runners as much as possible, but this one will be interesting to see. Again, they're looking to see if the ball hit that bat on the bunt opportunity. We'll see if we get a look here in a few moments.
And they're going to take a look at it.
We will too, Ethan, so let's check this one out here. You see the pitch coming through, that curveball trying to find the inside, and it just drops.
Oh, that's tough. Now, in real time, I thought that it did hit off the bat, but
it looks like it's just going right off the top of Holly's glove. So you see no direction of the ball change. That inside curve was coming, going to the opposite side of Ward. Big shout out to our replay team.
Yeah, great replays as that one's chopped up the middle, and the throw not there, going home, and safe. That's Abby Ryniec making it home off of that, and Megan Ward will reach on error to second base. So another wild play here in the Michigan State infield.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple of these so far early and often today, and it's just been the story of the series for Michigan State. Allen unable to corral that one. Here's a wild pitch coming through.
Yeah, that pitch is just off the glove of Hannah Hawley, starting at catcher today. And that one bounced forward and away enough from Hawley to get Ward to third. So now a runner on third again. So that one's ball high. And we've got Sydney Mallett in the box, also 294 average, 22 RBIs, and she can hit for power, 2 home runs. It's a strike taken, waiting for her pitch here.
Yeah, good pitch by Taylor. Get back into this count at 2-1. And again, Ward is on third for the Fighting Illini.
Swung on in a drive to left, tracking it down, and making the catch is Janae Wash, throwing it in. And Illinois will score. Megan Ward crosses the plate, but what an acrobatic play over there from Wash to make the catch.
Yeah, really, really good job over in left field from Wash. I mean, that one was back at the wall. Wash making the athletic grab, pure concentration, going through contact into the wall. You can't ask much more from that than for Illinois with the RBI run.
And that one comes fastball right down the middle as we get another look at that catch. I mean, just great. And hitting off the wall. That's effort right there, and that's what you know coaches like to see. So that one's a ball outside for Madison Taylor. So Illinois does score, though. Ward coming across the plate. And Eileen Donahue coming up to try and make something happen with nobody on and 2 outs. She'll hit it right to third base and over to first. That's Mick Anthony to Britton Bashirs for the out, and Michigan State not exactly in the place they want to be, down 5, but they're going to get a chance to step into the batter's box here in just a moment. You're watching softball on Big Ten Plus.
Fans, please be aware that foul balls may land in your area at today's game.
Yeah, starts me and Riono in the outfield. A whole bunch of infielders and a pitcher and a catcher, Jack. That's how we do it here.
That is usually the positions on the field for the Fighting Illini, but McQueen is in the circle, and I think today that is the most important player for Illinois. She had a textbook lights out day on Friday.
Absolutely, as that one's taken high and inside from the Spartans' leading hitter, Hannah Hawley, 346 average, 11 home runs. You know she can smack it out of here and into the red cedar. She's done it before, but like we've been saying, and she'll get hit off the elbow there and take first. So in the first batter that Tori McQueen faces, she hits.
Yeah, and we saw quite a few of these on Friday as well from Tori McQueen. Not even Tori McQueen, but the Spartan pitchers as well on Friday, combined between Roberts, Taylor, and Gray. 5 players hit by pitch early on Friday, so again, that's staying true today.
And this one swatted out foul for Sydney Dolazecki, our key player for the Spartans, the sophomore from St. John, Indiana. And 239 average for her, 7 home runs. Another, like we said, swing and a miss there. And getting back to first is Hawley. But like we said earlier, somebody that doesn't always show up on the stat sheet, but I mean, she can get the bat really going there. And Hawley able to make it back, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, Dolazecki has been playing very, very well over the past 13 games. You know, we mentioned that batting average, but it doesn't really do justice. She, over the past 13 games, she leads Michigan State in batting average as well, over 300. So she's been getting into her groove, and that batting average overall will most likely start to improve as well.
And the pitch from McQueen outside, but fouled out by Dolazecki. 1-2 the count here in Sekia Stadium. Is Michigan State looking to come out of the 5-0 hole that they are in right now. Not what they were expecting out of the start. This one also fouled out and right. Sydney Dolazecki battling in here, but not what they expected out of the start from Liv Gray. That was very short-lived.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely have to think that that back injury, lower back injury, is still in the back of her mind and still bothering her a little bit. Spartans having to go to adjustments, and it's going to be next athlete up mentality.
Absolutely. She had 5 strikeouts yesterday, so. Swung on and missed is Dolazecki. And Hawley will stay at first. Just coming out of the glove there of Eileen Donahue, but not enough to make anything happen. This pitch, though, just a beauty.
Yeah, absolutely. Right down Main Street, just catching the underneath of the bat, and then Illinois getting lucky that Hawley, was stuck on her chest over at first, because if she was on her feet, she might have been able to go to 3 steal attempts on the year, and 2 successful stolen bases.
And that brings up Macy Lee here, the designated player, trying to hit us back here. Luckily, we've got the window shut today, Jack, although it is a beautiful day.
Yeah, that one was just tracking like a 9-iron, just falling at a pin.
Oh, absolutely.
Just coming right at us.
Right for our heads.
I was ready to catch it.
You know, our high camera over there, window is open so that there's no glare or anything on the camera, and that's where you want to hit it if you're trying to take out our Big Ten Plus crew, or smack it over the center field there and get that middle cam. As stealing here is Hawley, and she'll be out. The throw in time from Paige Berkmeyer, and the tag applied textbook. So Michigan State trying to make something happen there. Hannah Hawley trying to get in scoring position, and a perfect throw from Paige Berkmeyer.
Yeah, Berkmeyer put this one on a dime. I mean, you can't place that ball better, in a perfect position for Mallet to catch, take the tag on second, make the tag as well on the runner.
And swung on and missed. from Macy Lee. I mean, that was perfect. You know, Michigan State had their spring game yesterday. Illinois had their spring game right before it on Big Ten Network as well. And she looked like she could play quarterback there. That hit right in stride was Megan Warden, able to make the tag with no effort, as that one's outside for Tori McQueen.
Yeah, McQueen there trying to go to the drop pitch once again, and that one just low and a little bit outside, trying to catch the corners of Lee. Make her chase a little bit. We've seen that from McQueen on Friday. She likes to do that, get those outside corners.
The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Caught there by Paige Birkmeyer. And 3 outs for Illinois. So Michigan State not able to battle back from that 5-run deficit in the first. They're going to have a chance at the bats once again when we come back here. You're watching softball on Big Ten Plus. And this one popped up into left field. Right there is Janae Walsh, and Starks comes up, comes down. Serena Starks, the left fielder.
Right fielder, number 14, Kelly.
At the end of the order there, 1 swing, 1 out for the Spartans, so much better place that you want to be in for Madison Taylor.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to get ahead of the count early, and you have to get ahead of the outs early as well.
This one swung on and fouled. We're back at the top of the order now, Kelly Riono. At the plate for Illinois, 1 for 1 with that single.
Yeah, and that single that she had in the first is now 7 straight games with a hit. So she's starting to get into a rhythm.
That one away for Madison Taylor, 1-1 the count, 1 out. And the sun just peeking out behind some clouds, going back and forth. But a nice spring day here in East Lansing. Always a beautiful day to be in East Lansing. Swung on and fouled on a line, trying to get her own bench there awake and cheering for her.
Just making sure the dugout's awake. It's still getting into the long hours of the afternoon on this Sunday afternoon here. Just making sure everybody's eyes are peeled. But Michigan State, it's going to come down to the fielding, especially in the infield, if they want to try to start and build some momentum. You have to be able to get those early outs and those easy outs as well. We just saw the pop fly over to left. You need to have outs like that, and you just need to have those routine infield plays able to go on your side. So it's still early in the afternoon. They'll start to figure it out.
And that pitch high for Madison Taylor. Good eye from Kelly Riono, who got the Illini started with a single and came across the plate with the first run. Showing bunt here. And smacks one into right field. Sydney Dolazecki's got it, and that's one player for Michigan State that you do not expect to make some of the fielding errors that we've seen in the infield.
No, absolutely not. Dolazecki able to have this one settle right in the middle of her stance, able to get a full center of her weight underneath the ball, settle under it, make the easy catch, and those are the types of outs that you need to be able to complete.
And this one swung, hit off her own leg there, is Stevie Mead, who already battling with some leg injuries, so hopefully that didn't hurt too bad. She was walked in the first inning. Came across for the second run with a .315 average on the year. And Madison Taylor, the pitch, high and inside.
Yeah, Taylor really likes to go to that rise pitch quite a bit. We see those 3 rotations of the rise, fastball, and drop pitch as well. All 3 of those utilized to her disposal. She'll occasionally throw in a curve, try to get those outside batters to reach for it.
And a called strike for Madison Taylor, giving her control of the count, 1-2. And Stevie Mead, the junior, looking to swing on anything close. Fouled out to her own bench once again.
Yeah, and when Taylor's ahead of the count like this, expect Madison Taylor to throw an outside pitch, kind of get Mead to chase a little bit at one. When you get ahead of the count, especially when you're sitting at 1-2, one more strike to go, you just want to make your batter chase a little bit. So expect some sort of outside pitch coming through here. Try to get Mead to swing on one.
That's why you're the best in the business, Jack. Look at that. Outside, that one goes a little high and not swung on.
Yeah,
by Mead.
Mead knows it's coming. That's a good eye there.
See what she does with the 2-2. That one grounded to short, and the play made without error from Fox to Bashirs. The Spartans get out of the second with no harm done. 5-0 still the score.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Journalism majors can't do math. Beautiful addition there, Jack.
Yeah, you know, not the strongest suit, but we try to get it through. And Nick Anthony so far on the year, 8 RBIs, has an opportunity to add to that here, Ethan.
Absolutely, runner in scoring position in Wash. That one outside for McQueen. And Mick Anthony here taking her time at the plate. Good eye and a 1-1 count with 1 out. Michigan State likes to advance those runners. They utilize that sacrifice bunt often. That one just painting the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, and a really good job that time from the catcher, Berkmeyer, able to frame that pitch up right on the outside corner. McQueen likes to try to go to those outside pitches, but she'll also try to go right down Main Street with the fastball.
And that one swung on a bit late, popped over and out of Sekia Stadium. Mick Anthony starting in 22 games this season. Alexis Ross for the Spartans, the only player to play in all 43, to start in all 43 games over at center field. We'll see her and due up in the hole. So that one popped out. And 1-2 still the count. 1 out here in Sekia Stadium, and McQueen taking her time. Inside, 2-2.
Yeah, McQueen trying to go to that outside curve, and that one just never really broke. You can see the spin of the wrist on that pitch. She was trying to go to that outside corner of McQueen's right side.
And fouled out left once again. Back and left is what Mick Anthony's been fouling 3 pitches now off to. Staying alive and making McQueen really work at this at-bat. 2-2 still the count.
Yeah, and when you're able to make your pitchers work and get into that pitch count, it can definitely pay virtue for you, especially in the later innings.
And that one popped up in the infield, can't get it. A single and safe for Wash at third. Wash didn't have to go, but she thought she had the opportunity, and she did. Sydney Mallett not able to get there in time off the infield fly. And it looks like we might be seeing a review here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple plays here that I really want you to see, Ethan. This one, able to drop in, get the single over on first, but you made a great point. You did not have to run over to third, was Wash. Wash, there was no force over on third. She could have stayed on second if need be, and then also the final thing that they will be reviewing is the tag. So we see our third base umpire over there. That's Gattuso. He will be making the call, and it's going to be where the ball entered the glove and where the tag happened. From that angle, it sure does look like the tag was made and completed. Again, you have to have full control of the ball inside the glove, and you also have to complete the tag as well. You have to make that. So we'll get another look. This time it'll be right on. So you see the slide coming through. The ball is caught, but there is no tag, and there's no foot on the base as well. So there's no foot on the base, no tag.
I think that heel's there right there.
in.
I think that heel comes in right there, or perhaps there. Man, that is close. I don't think this is going to be a quick and easy review for the umpires.
I think the eye is going to hold up true for Gattuso over on third base. Again, that is our third base umpire making the action happen today.
And Janae Wash is safe. A single completed there in the infield for McAnthony. And Colette Allen now, the second baseman, going to be up to bat after this short little timeout.
Yeah, absolutely, Ethan. Runners on the corners now for Michigan State. Only with one out. This is a crucial part in the inning and in the game so far for the Spartans. Opportunities to score and opportunities to cut into the deficit. Again, we saw quite a few really, really good looks, really good replays through these past couple innings. Big shout out to our replay crew, Jason Laplow, Victoria Irish, and Isis Diaz. Thank you guys for those looks. Much appreciated. Spartans able to maintain base. And again, Ethan, as we mentioned, with runners on the corners now, RBIs are in play, and Spartans are only 60 feet away from crossing home plate.
Absolutely, and looks like they're feeling good about it. Wash dancing to the music playing here in Sequia, and spirits are high despite the 5-1 score. I mean, that's how you got to do it. Just keep playing loose. And Colette Allen now at the plate, going to try to bring Wash home from third. But McQueen, the pitch and outside.
We got Pickle.
And safe. I mean, a momentary pickle there. McAnthony, I guess you're just trying to make sure that you don't throw it over your first baseman there and let the player on third squeak home, but I think you got to make that throw and not in time. But yeah, you could see there, that's Megan Ward just looking back at home plate, not really focused on the pickle. I mean, no harm, no foul if she gets back to first, but you don't want that ball to go over and for Janae Wash to score from third, as that one called strike.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back to that play, Ethan, you're absolutely right. You think, you know, if you make that throw over to first, even if you do get the out, you're still running the risk of the runner on third that's washed, traveling 60 feet to try to score. It's going to be close.
And fouled back. Once again, Janae Wash on third. And she already stole perhaps a base that almost she didn't get there. I swung on and missed. So the strikeout there for, that was Kayla Bain, a late substitution there for the Spartans. Not Colette Allen, as I said, I apologize. But Alexis Ross coming up now in the 9 spot and trying to get the order back to Hannah Hawley, maybe trying to get Janae Wash across home with 2 outs here. Swung on and fouled back.
Yeah, and Alexis Ross is just, you'll definitely see the bunt opportunity come through despite 2 outs. Alexis Ross, huge on utilizing those bunt opportunities as much as she can. She also loves being able just to get on base, leads the team in steal attempts with 18 and 17 successful bases. Do the math on that percentage, Ethan.
Yeah, I'm not going to try, Jack, but thanks for the offer. I know that one was outside, though, so I'll just stick to that. And runners on the corners, 1-1 the count. Of course, that's 94%. I was just testing you there, seeing if you'd go with me or not as timeout. And quick stoppage of play, but McQueen getting back to it, looking down Janae Wash. Still on third, 2-1 the count. And Alexis Ross holds off on that one. Just a little low, and 3-1 the count now. Sekia getting into it here as the Spartans still looking to get out of this 5-1 hole. Britton Bashir's homer in what felt like a few innings ago, but was still in this inning. Fouled back is Ross, keeping it going and making the count full. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. And McQueen, ball in her hand, looking to get Illinois out of this one.
Yeah, this would be a huge save for McQueen if she can get the Fighting Illini out of this inning with a strikeout.
Pop straight up is Alexis Ross, tracking it as McQueen, but called off of her is Addison Carl. So Illinois comes out of it with only 1 run, and that was this home run from Britton Bashir's over the wall and gone. Michigan State down 5-1. Illinois coming up on the bats in just a moment. You're watching softball on Big Ten Plus.
Madison Taylor really just trying to come back strong in the top of the third.
Paige Berkmeyer at the plate takes strike 1.
Good pitch to start with there, just going right to the fastball, right through the middle. We see Berkmeyer able to get the single in the first inning.
Swung on and missed. Fouled off. And 0-2 the count. So once again, Madison Taylor coming in at the beginning of the inning and getting the batter exactly where she wants. Was able to do it in 3 pitches in the first inning. And dribbled right back to Taylor. Over to Bashir's and routine ground out. Paige Berkmeyer stopped. She had the RBI single in the first, but not here in the third.
Yeah, really good job by Taylor to be quick on her feet, turn around, make the throw. A good catch over at first base was Bashir's, taking out the first batter of the inning.
And now Ryniec up to bat for Illinois. Had a 2 RBI single in the first. But Madison Taylor here switching the script. Done a good job of pitching so far as that one lined through the gap on the left side of the infield. And a single for Abby Ryniec. Getting on base easily. 1 out, 1 player on first.
Yeah, this one was a really good swing from Ryniec, able just to find the gap over in short. That one, Hannah Fox just diving for it, unable to take control. And that's what Illinois has done so well the past 2 outings. They've been able to really find those gaps, and we will have a pinch runner coming in. That's going to be number 40 for Illinois, Zoe Howard on first base. So Howard trying to use her extra quickness to able to try to go over to second and advance the runner.
And Addison Carroll up to bat. This one bounced in the dirt and arrived safely as Zoe Howard, the pinch runner. So already getting some use out of the utility player from O'Fallon, Illinois.
Yeah, that one just a tough pitch for Taylor, trying to go to that outside corner. That one just lost it in the dirt. And then Holly was unable to control it.
And a strike taken there, painting the inside line. 1-1 the count. Addison Carroll struck out in the first. Looking to flip the script here. Swung on and missed. Good pitch there, heater from Madison Taylor.
Yeah, that one just right through the heart. Really good pitch, using that fastball to her advantage. She's going with a couple outside pitches so far, so to change it up and go to that fastball is a really good decision. And Carl now is going to be guessing.
And so 1-2. Grounded onto third, making the play in time, but advancing is Zoe Howard. So a ground out there that, no, they're saying she was safe, or she's at least staying on the base. A little bit of confusion there. Maybe the either didn't come in time or the tag not applied to the base, perhaps.
Yeah, there's going to be a couple of things. We have to make sure that Bashir's foot is on the base. So they might actually be looking at it, yeah, that early lead off.
Looks like she's on, but maybe they're saying that her foot wasn't on the bag there. I mean, now it's close. They called her safe.
Despite the out over at first. So RBI is in play.
And swung on and fouled down into the dirt. We'll keep Zoe Howard at third. Good replay there from the first base umpire, Brian Smith. Like we said, always good to get it right no matter what. And that one, replay proved helpful on the tag of the foot on the first base. Madison Taylor delivers the pitch. Strike two. So 0-2 the count, 2 outs. Dangerously fast runner on third. And can Michigan State hold off another Illinois run in the top of the third? Madison Taylor, the pitch. Outside.
Yeah, and Ward, with the first pitch, trying to go to the chop swing, especially with the speed over at third from Howard, you can expect the chop swing to come through just to able to put something on the ground and try to get the RBI through. But again, you still have to reach your base if you do that.
And chopped down, hit off of the body there of Megan Ward. And that one will be called foul. 2-1. Checking if she's good. Home plate umpire Kevin Conder. She says she is, and stepping into the bag here. Into the box here, excuse me. And chopped at, and the play is made. Diving catch from Janae Wash to get the Spartans out of this inning without any runs. For the Illini, great play there from Janae Wash. She's been electric in left field all day.
Yeah, just a diving catch there from Wash. Beauty of a play. I mean, you can't draw it up better than that. That one dove forward, made, hard work prevails. The Spartans were able to come away and send out the inning.
After not recording an out, but Tori McQueen doing what we knew she would, holding Spartans to only 1 run, did give up that home run as the lead-off hitter here. Hannah Hawley hit by pitch in the first inning off that elbow. And that's why the elbow guard is right there. And that one low and away.
Yeah, McQueen trying to go straight on the second pitch of the at-bat to that drop pitch. That one caught low. She's going to be making Hawley work. Hawley can do the damage, and McQueen knows that.
And that one popped up into foul territory, and the basket catch is made by the third baseman, Addison Carroll. Scooping the glove under, because she wasn't all the way there yet, but lands in the glove nonetheless for the first out. So Hannah Hawley is out, and Sydney Dolazecki is up.
Yeah, and Sydney Dolazecki will be facing McQueen. Obviously, we see those stats there. That ERA, 3.27, and for the innings pitched, she on the year, that's pretty good.
And Dolazecki fouling it out to right. 0-1 the count. And yeah, 10 batters faced for Tori McQueen, 3 strikeouts. An impressive start to this one, only 1 earned run.
And the 1 earned run was just the solo home run coming through from Britton Bashirs.
And this one pops up deep into right field. And not able to make the play is Kelly Riono. Going for third is Sydney Dolazecki. And she gets the stand-up triple. She's pumped up. And the Spartan fans are too. Getting a player in scoring position here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, and Dolezeki just continuing that hot streak that she's been on for the past 13 games. I mean, this one just finding the gap over in right field. Dozelli takes 3, and that one is her second triple of the season.
Yeah, Sydney Dolezeki absolutely electric on that one, and she knew how big that was. You could see the scream after she stood up on the bag at third. And now Macy Lee is up. Struck out in the first, a designated player.
Dolezeki, second triple of the season and second of the series. Had her first triple of the season yesterday.
Yeah, so that's back-to-back days with triples. Got to feel good for Sydney Dolezeki. And she used that speed. The throw was coming in just about right as she was rounding second and going towards third. But well in time, stand up easy. And Macy Lee swung on and missed. 2-2.
Yeah, and McQueen just going with the heater there. That one right through the heart. Really good pitch. Get back into the count by a pitch. So 2-1 now for McQueen.
And Tori McQueen dug her way out of a player at third in the last inning. That one high and away. Going to try to do the same here. Only one out now, though. 3-1 the count, and Macy Lee taking what she wants. Swung on and missed. Good pitch from Tori McQueen.
Yeah, really good pitch to make the count full now for McQueen. That one with a little movement on the inside, trying to make Lee guess at something. So full punk.
A full count pitch. Looked at backwards K for Macy Lee, and Tori McQueen gets her 4th strikeout of the day with just a beautiful pitch to the outside.
Yeah, really good job by McQueen. We've been talking about it all day. McQueen is going to want to make these Michigan State batters chase. That's exactly what she did on that one, going to the outside, and that one was just a beauty.
Yeah, that one just on that outside line, and this one coming inside for Britton Bashirs, who not the player that you want to pitch to for the Spartans after that solo home run straight over the center field fence. Absolutely no chance for Stevie Mead out there. And 1-0 the count, Tori McQueen floating it in there for strike 1.
Yeah, McQueen trying to get into a groove, knowing where this game is at. 2 outs. Dolezeki sitting on third, chance to score with an RBI pending from Bashirs. McQueen will be looking.
Low and in the dirt. Likely not what McQueen was looking for. Not chased on by Britton Bashirs. McQueen taking her time here. She knows that this is a dangerous hitter, and that one high. 3-1 the count, 2 outs. Trying to strand Dolezeki over at third. And Britton Bashirs, the player that you want at the plate for the Spartans after that second inning homer. And swung on, driven into the Illinois bullpen there, luckily not hitting any of the pitchers warming up over there. And full count remains. On deck here is Janae Wash, who was hit by pitch, just coming off of the electric diving catch in left field. And this one swung on foul, nobody able to get it over there. Eileen Donahue the closest, but did not get all the way there.
And you have to love the hustle from all 3 Fighting Illini, just trying their best to make their way over and get the free out and retire the bottom of the third. But Bashirs is going to stay alive, and McQueen and Bashirs continuing to battle.
Yeah, making McQueen work for this. Swung on and another foul ball off to the left this time. So here's that foul. Ball almost fair, but just not quite. Swung on and hit hard, though.
Yeah, this chess match between these two continuing. 8th pitch at bat coming soon.
And swung on and foul into the stands.
And look whose ball, or look whose hands that ball found, Ethan. I believe that's our AD here at Michigan State, Alan Haller.
Yeah, Alan Haller on the field of the spring game yesterday, watching all of his teams bearing fruit. A lot of good hires here in the last couple seasons made by that man. Sharonda McDonald-Kelly, one of them in her second year here, and swung on and missed is Britton Bashirs. Retiring Michigan State is McQueen, Tori McQueen, and still no more bleeding done. We'll be right back here. You're watching softball on Big Ten Plus.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
They're expecting bunt coming through from Starks. Starks just looking to bunt to try to get on base.
That's absolutely what she shows there. Pulls back in time for the ball. And if you are, I mean, we've been talking about the miscues from the Spartan infield all day. When you're on first and you're looking to, you have a 4-run cushion, you want to make something happen, as this one's chopped right back to the pitcher. Taylor able to tip it to herself. Throw doesn't come in time, and it's bobbled anyway by Bashirs. So players on first and second here with only one out, in the top of the order coming up for the Illini. That's Kelly Rayono coming up right now. And a hit back up tipped. Madison Taylor did to herself and couldn't quite reel it in.
Yeah, this one, a tough play for Taylor. Didn't really have the time to go over to second, just had to rifle it over to first, and that one unable to get handled.
And chopped fair is Kelly Rayono. The run coming in, home safe, is Eileen Donahue. Starks gets to third, and a double just put exactly where it needed to be for the Illini. And Kelly Rayono with a beautiful shot painting that left foul line, Jack.
Yeah, Riono's really starting to get into her groove now this afternoon, able to get another RBI added onto her season stats. I believe that'll be her 22nd RBI now of the season. This one will also be fair. They're going to call it foul now, so our Illinois third base coach thought that one was going to be fair, but our home plate umpire said, hold your horses there. So another opportunity for Illinois. We'll have to wait. And Michigan State, quick meeting in the circle, Ethan.
Yeah, I think that foul ball that we just saw had one bounce fair and then bounced foul before it reached the third base. So a good call there by home plate umpire Kevin Conder. And the umpire's having a lot of work today with the reviews and a whole bunch of close plays. Madison Taylor, though, getting a meeting here as 6-1 is the score now. The Illini up, bounced in the dirt and coming home, but no. Tracking back now, the tag applied and out. Serena Starks tries to come in on the wild pitch, but just can't do it in time. So Michigan State getting the runner off of third and their second out, trying to stop at just one run here for the top of the fourth and for the Illini.
Yeah, really good job by Hannah Hawley. Check this out. Unable to get the pitch, but she keeps it in front of her. That's exactly what you want to do when you're a catcher. Keep the ball in front of you and able to get the out if she was unable to do so. And if that ball would have gotten back and behind her into the wall, that could have been a run scored. But a good job by Hawley to keep the ball in front and able to make that pickle out happen.
Yeah, so Stevie Mead swinging and missing. Ball high here, 2-2 the count now. So Stevie Mead already advanced in her at bat. 2-2, 2 outs. Madison Taylor fouled back. Like you said, just a great job keeping it in front if you are Hannah Hawley. And, you know, as I was about to say a couple at-bats ago, when there was a runner on first, you can, when the infield isn't really exactly playing as well as they can be, you can take a couple gambles on some steals and hope that it works out. But that time, the infield and the catcher there in Hawley, as that one's fouled back and out of Sekia, does a great job of getting the ball back to third, getting an out when, you know, such a crucial time here for the Spartans, trying not to go down by any more than 5 runs, because they had a 5-run inning in the first game, coming off of a grand slam and then 1 extra run. So the Spartans have that ability to tack on some runs. Fouled back once again is Stevie Mead.
Yeah, and Mead's just really battling in this at-bat, looking to try to just get on base. Runner in scoring position, but with 2 outs, you're looking for a double to try to send your runner home.
Madison Taylor. Pitch goes high, advancing the runner to third there. Kelly Riono will safely steal third off of the wild pitch.
Yeah, that one, we mentioned Hawley keeping previous pitch in front of her. That time, that one was just a little too high for her to keep in front. Madison Taylor was just lost that one a little bit.
And this one popped up into the infield, tracking it down is Anna Fox and makes the grab. So Michigan State getting out of the top of the 4th with only 1 run scored. We've got Janae Wash up to bat, who has had a great day in the field over in left, and trying to get her bat going as this one has popped up very high and foul territory. The grab made there for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out for Janae Wash. And a good play from Addison Carroll.
Yeah, and a really tough play that's going to kind of be overlooked a little bit and get underestimated, Ethan. That play, just a very tough play to make, and she did it perfectionally.
Absolutely, Jack. Topeka, Kansas, Topeka, Kansas. Those vocal warm-ups, absolutely imperative for us. I'm just playing with you. It's a great day here in Sekia Stadium. And Anna Fox hits this one out foul.
Yeah, we take another look here. Very tough play, running over, able just to turn the glove. You know, you got the dugout in the way, but that one made with ease.
And Anna Fox takes the strike 2 for the 1-2 count in the second inning, her first at bat. She advanced runners on her ground out to third. But here with no one on and 1 out, Illinois doing a good job of controlling the Spartan lineup. This one grounded right back to third like she did in the second, and the play is made in time. That's 2 outs now at the glove of Addison Carroll.
Yeah, really good job by the infield from Illinois to settle under it, make the throw. And that one just textbook and like clockwork for the Fighting Illini.
As we see that one again, just poked at with 2 strikes, able to keep it in play. And here the pitch from McQueen, swung at and fouled straight back once again, is Mick Anthony, who had a good single in the second inning. Well hit. She's going to look to make contact once again. Swinging on the first pitch she sees. 0-1 the count now. Outside.
Bergmeyer trying to frame that pitch there. You can see her just try to bring the glove back into the box as that one was outside. But nonetheless called ball.
Mickey Anthony, 14 hits on her 60 plate appearances this season. High and outside. Working the count now is Mickey Anthony. Good take. 2-1 the count.
And McQueen's pitch count already in the 70s in the bottom of the fourth, but we know she can go the distance. She played all 7 on Friday.
That one just missing there. 3-1 the count for McQueen. You're right, 125 pitches on Friday for Tori McQueen to get her 10th win of the season. 8 hits off that as that one's fouled back.
Foul balls are sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. We ask that
And into the stands.
return all foul balls to the marketing
McQueen
staff.
able to get one back there with the foul from Anthony, so the full count now. Opportunity for McQueen to go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and that would be big, especially after the Spartans have reached third base 2 innings in a row, not able to make anything come of it in either. And that one singled, hit beautifully into center field, excuse me, and does stand-up double for Mick Anthony. So 2 hits as she celebrates there in a way that I think Sketch would enjoy. We saw that hello brother from Mickey Anthony there, and she's excited. This is a team with a lot of spirit, Jack. We saw them dancing earlier, celebration on the standing up double, and that's huge there for Mick Anthony.
Absolutely, Mick Anthony getting her 4th double of the year. With 2 outs now, McQueen has to be careful because the Spartans are in scoring position as Anthony is nestled over on second base.
Swung on and missed there. And Anthony on second. Caleb Bain struck out in the second. 0 for 1 on the day, trying to advance Anthony as she swings and misses once again. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. And once again, Spartans in scoring position, trying not to leave them stranded. They have every time so far.
Yeah, and Michigan State so far on the afternoon, 3 runners left on base. You don't want to add to that today.
And swung on and missed again. 1, 2, 3 from Tori McQueen. And Bain not able to put the bat on it, swinging on all 3 of them. Great pitching here from Tori McQueen in the circle today. The junior looking to get on base here at the top of the 5th. Swung on and grounded to short. Anna Fox able to make the scoop, but then losing it is Britton Bashirs. And out. So let me walk you through what just happened. Paige Berkmeyer grounds it over to short. Britton Bashirs not able to handle it at first, but Berkmeyer didn't see that, so she was running back to the dugout, didn't stay on base, and the tag was made. So good heads up there from Bashirs to make the play, even though she fumbled it originally.
Yeah, and it was a tough dig from Bashirs anyways at first, but able to come away and get the out. And we look at Abby Ryniec, who's just had a stellar performance so far today. We'll see if she can continue that here.
And popped over foul towards her own dugout on the third base line, the left-handed hitter. The Illinois native Ryniec, lots of Illinois natives here for Illinois. Makes sense. And swung on and missed.
That's another Michigan State strikeout.
So a strikeout there from Madison Taylor. able to put 2 down quickly here in the 5th. A lot of battles we've seen for Madison Taylor. Not a lot of easy innings that she's just been able to walk in and out of the circle. But she gets her 2nd strikeout of the day and brings up Carroll. Down in the dirt, that pitch.
Yeah, and Taylor, we can't mention how great she's played so far today. Only allowed 1 earned run so far on the afternoon, 2 strikeouts, and just under 4.5 innings pitched.
Jack, I was teasing you earlier with the vocal warm-ups. You want to take a guess at where Addison Carroll's from?
No, I can't say I have a guess.
Topeka, Kansas. Topeka, Kansas. Shout out Topeka, Kansas. As the pitch comes in and fouled out, Addison Carroll 1-2 the count now. Number 5 in the number 5 slot on the lineup. And 6-1 still our score here in East Lansing, Illinois up. And like we said, Madison Taylor battling out of the 5-0 deficit and the runners on that she inherited from Liv Gray. And swung on, did she go? No. So the batter stays alive in the at-bat. Check swing there from Carroll.
Yeah, and home plate umpire Condor had to go over to his first base umpire Smith, who said that she did not go, so they called it.
Popped right in the perfect spot there between the infield and out. Collected very easily by Alexis Ross, but not in time off the 1 hop. And safely reaching first.
And Carroll was just sitting on that pitch, waiting for it to come, able to make good contact. And again, we've seen it multiple times again this series and this afternoon. Illinois just able to find the gaps right between the infield and the outfield.
So Megan Ward is up the shortstop. With 2 outs, 1-0 the count. Taylor still working. Her 70th pitch just a couple ago, and that one fouled out the third base side.
And so Taylor, as you mentioned, reaching that 70 pitch count now, and both pitchers have pitched quite a bit so far this afternoon. We've gotten deep into the batting order for both teams. Spartans' longest run was in the bottom of the 2nd, and then of course Illinois came out red hot in the 1st.
And Megan Ward pops it to center, and the play is made. Alexis Ross tracking it down and grabbing it with the extended glove. And Michigan State gets 3 outs and sends us to the bottom of the 5th. Gonna have to do some damage on the bats here in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. You're watching softball on Big Ten Plus. Ready in her stance for the pitch incoming from Tori McQueen. Like we said, she's a bunt threat, and here she lays one down. So fast, waving the arm safe as she crosses first. She knew that the throw wasn't coming in time, even if it did come, which it didn't.
Yeah, and Alexis Ross, I mean, that's just her specialty right there. Using her speed to her advantage. We mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, but 18 stolen base attempts, 17 successful ones. And Ethan, with your masterful mathematics skills, you mentioned that being 94%. So she's able to take base, and especially where she is at the bottom of the lineup, if she can get on base, it can pay virtue for the Spartans.
And strike taken there, right back at the top of the order for the Spartans. Hannah Hawley hit by pitch in the 1st and out in the 3rd. Looking to lead off and make the steal attempt is Ross, as this one's popped into right field. Making back and not able to make the catch. Kelly Riono goes over the glove. And Hawley goes to 2nd. She's safe. Ross makes it to 3rd. She's safe. And the Spartans have 2 runners on scoring position here with no outs in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, and this one was dangerous position between Ross and Hawley. Ross wasn't sure if the catch was going to be made over by Riono in right field. And if that catch was made by Riono, Ross would have had to go back to first. So check this out. Hit gets made, ball's going back, and Ross and Holly are on each other. They have to move across, and you see Holly right there just having to wait a little bit for Ross to cross, and it's just turn on the gas and move over to third. So no harm, no foul between Ross and Holly, but that could have been dangerous, and Illinois just struggling right now to make the plays, especially in the outfield, as now we do have a substitution coming through at that right field position.
Yeah, Kelly Riono coming out, Delaney Mosley coming in for Illinois. That's a strategy that Coach Perry likes to use. There was one error made on Friday that she instantly subbed her infielder out for. I believe it was at second base. So not necessarily an error there. Ball doesn't reach the glove. Maybe Kelly Riono's done for the weekend nonetheless, but on Friday not able to completely get it done, but got a good chunk of runs in the 5th inning and beyond as this one's fouled back and over. Catch just barely not made by the fan there off the hands. Triple in the 3rd for Sydney Dolazecki. That stand-up triple, her 2nd in 2 days. The scream of valor, we'll say, once she reached standing up. And that's the type of outlook that you like to have here in college Division I athletics. So passionate in the sport is Dolazecki, and looking to get 2 runners home here in scoring position to get the Spartans back into this one. Tori McQueen trying not to let that happen.
And Dolazecki can show bunt if she wants to.
Swung on and missed though, she elects not to. That one dropping low under the bat.
Especially with nobody on first either. Runners from Holly and Ross, you don't have to run depending on how the bunt comes off the bat from Dolazecki, but we'll see. She's not showing it so far, down in the count 1-2.
Holds herself back there, and pitch is called ball outside, 2-2 the count, and Alexis Ross on third too. If this ball goes really honestly anywhere except for maybe right back to the pitcher, you're gonna be a threat to go home. And you're gonna have to look at what she's doing before you make the throw to first if this does go in the infield. This one though popped up and out. Bouncing right off where the review room is for the umpires. It was used so much in the first couple innings, not any since. And Tori McQueen battling here with no outs. That one called ball.
Yeah, and you can tell Dolazecki is waiting for her pitch right now. Couple check swings, couple good eyes, waiting to see the pitch that she likes. And McQueen trying to answer.
Yeah, so full count here. Striped right up the middle, into the outfield. Bobbling it is Stevie Mead, and 2 runners will score. Dolazecki kind of playing with the infield, and there it is. High fives with the first base coach. 2 runners score. Holly and Ross. And what a hit there from Dolazecki.
Yeah, and we talked about Sydney Dolazecki and the success that she's had over the past 13 games. I mean, just continuing her red hot streak probably could have added to that double category, but again, rather be safe than sorry. You know, that ball landing in the outfield, Dolazecki wasn't expecting Illinois to not be able to control it.
So 2 RBIs there for Dolazecki. Reaches first. She was playing with the idea of going to second, decided against it. But no outs for the Spartans, still in the meat of this batting order here with Macy Lee up to bat. Hasn't been able to get much of a bat on the ball today, 2 strikeouts, but she can absolutely do some damage here with a 250 average coming into the day.
And Dolazecki 2 for 2 on stolen bases. You got to watch her on first.
Popped up and out. Off the first base side, way out here behind us. Tori McQueen, 90 pitches coming in. And she has done a good job so far. This 5th inning, you can start to feel some of the pitches maybe not landing exactly where she wants. It's been a long weekend. And Macy Lee pops this one up to center field. Going back is Mead and tracks it down easily. Dolezeki going back to first. So 1 out here. The Illini finally able to tack one on. And Britton Bashir's coming up now, who hit that home run earlier in this one in the 2nd. And a dangerous time here still for Illinois, but good on them to get that first out.
Yeah, and McQueen has to be careful. We'll see what strategy she goes with on this pitch count between Bashir's. Bashir's very powerful off the bat.
The count. Good take there from Bashir's. Infield shifting around a little bit. Megan Ward walking back and forth over there at short. That one high. So 3 balls, no strikes for Britton Bashir's. I wouldn't count her out of swinging at this just because that confidence riding in from the solo home run, and if she likes a pitch, I think she's going to swing at it.
Absolutely, Ethan.
She didn't like that one, though, and rightfully so. Outside and reaches first on a walk there, so a home run, a strikeout, and a walk for Britton Bashir so far today. Runners at first and second, and this brings up Janae Wash.
And Janae Wash now opportunities for a Spartan RBI if she can make contact. And just to note, McQueen has also played this full game. She's gone the distance in games, and there's no action in the bullpen either for Illinois.
That one just floating in for a called strike. 0-1 the count here on Janae Wash, the senior, who was 0 for 1 with the hit by pitch. Sun's out here at Sekia. Swung on and missed, tipped off though for 0-2. And this is really for the Spartans when you want to get a hit in here as you are battling back from a 6-3 deficit. We are reaching the middle of the batting order here with Wash in the 5 spot. That one inside, good take. Not that the bottom of the order hasn't been hitting well today, just this is when you got to make it happen.
Yeah, you look at Michigan State's second half of their order performing so far today. I mean, Mick Anthony had the double to left, but other than that, they've struggled.
And swung on and missed. So Tori McQueen, great strikeout there. That's 6 for her today. And she is looking to be trending towards that 10 strikeout day that she had on Friday. High for the season, and that one just rising above the bat of Wash and bringing up Anna Fox, who takes a run at it and fouls off.
Yeah, again, this is the time for McQueen to really strike and put a stoppage in this Michigan State run. 2 runners, first and second for Michigan State. Spartans trying to add to that. They're in a tough situation now, though, with 2 outs.
High and away. 1-1 the count. 2 outs. Anna Fox at the plate. Dolezeki on second. Bashir's on first. And the circle has the whole game. Tori McQueen slapped at and fouled. Yeah, Mick Anthony, we were talking about the bottom of the order, has had a great day. 2 for 2 so far, the junior. 246 average on the season, the lefty hitter. Left, left, right, left here to end the order after 5 straight righties for Michigan State. And the lefty in McQueen as this one slapped under the glove of McQueen, able to make the out in time. Reached on third and second were Dolazeki and Bashirs, but not able to make it there was Anna Fox.
And I'm sure fans and students are ready for the summertime action.
Oh, absolutely. NBA playoffs on, NHL playoffs on. We've got college baseball and softball. We've got a called strike from Madison Taylor here in the top of the 6th. We got MLB starting up. We've got the draft coming in Detroit here. Huge for the state of Michigan. Going to be fun to see where everybody lands as that one is taken high. 1-1 the count. Jack, you just got to love the game. Got to love all the games. Sports, am I right?
Absolutely, Ethan. Just as a whole, it's been great. And Madison Taylor trying to end off on a high note today. Needs to keep the Spartans in this one. And she knows that it starts with her inside the circle. And again, Taylor's only allowed the 1 run. And that was early in her day of action, and she hasn't seen much and let much happen since. So she's been playing great. Only 2 strikeouts on the afternoon, but only 1 walk as well. So that ratio pretty solid, especially for that pitch count being at 76.
And this one, Mallet gets a single up to left field. Janae Wash fields it and throws it in. But a good at-bat there on the 1-2 count from Mallet. And Sydney Mallet able to get on base here with no outs in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, and that's huge for Mallet. You know, we talked about the Michigan State lineup in the order when it gets down and deep into the order. And the same thing can be said for Illinois as well. When you look at players like Mallet, Donahue, and Starks, you want to have those players able to get on base and give you some action so that when you do go to the top of your lineup, it can just apply even more pressure against the Spartans. So really good at bat.
And Donahue misses on the bunt. Fouled off and into the glove and out of the glove of Hannah Hawley. Reached on a walk in her last time up. Not wearing a visor out there at first base. Gotta love the wind in your hair sometimes. Misses on the bunt once again, strike 2. Masterful in the circle here in this at-bat from Madison Taylor. Not letting her pitches be easily bunted at and put in play from Donahue.
Yeah, Taylor just doing her best to try to make sure the Spartans come alive.
And swung on and missed. 1-2-3 for Madison Taylor. Getting her 3rd strikeout of the day. Fans getting t-shirts. Everybody's happy.
And how about taking both schools, Ethan? Why not cheer for one when you can cheer for both?
Man, if that's not what the Big Ten commercial is all about, I don't know what is. I almost want to start singing as this one is grounded back and over to Bashirs. Easy play made. Runner advances to second. That one happening so fast there. But Serena Starks grounding out, but advancing the runner over and Mallet to second. 2 outs now.
Yeah, that one just right over to Bashirs. Easy out over on first. Wish she had a little more time, she did, to try to get it over to second, but the speed over by Mallet able to get over there. Now Mallet, opportunity to try to steal an advanced base if she wants to.
Yeah, and this brings us back to the top of the order in Riono, who was taken out of right field earlier on. Single is in the 1st and the 4th, 2 for 3 on the day. 355 average for Kelly Riono. timing up the swing. Ball high.
And Mallet over on second. No stolen base attempts on the year. So we'll keep that in mind. And Taylor will be checking back over to second as well. And Riono has just had a really solid day today so far.
This one out in the dirt. Staying at second is Sydney Mallet.
Another really nice job by Hawley, able to keep that in front. Those are the plays that can really change the game for better or for worse. You let that get behind you, and then Mallet advances over to third. So a good job by Hawley to clean it up.
Fouled back. Riono. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th, not a lot of time left for Michigan State to battle back into this one. We'll have 2 more tries at it. But you definitely have to stop the Illinois offense that has been potent tonight, as this one is popped up. And the catch is made by Anna Fox, calling off Janae Wash and getting right under it. Not a soul warming up over there in the lonely bullpen for Illinois. Chopped at and fouled back. Wonderful catch made by the fan there in the North Face beanie.
Yeah, McQueen reaching the century mark now, 4 pitches over at 102. Again, we mentioned she can go the distance. She played all 7 on Friday.
Outside. Jack, our run at intramural softball ended short. This is really making me want to get back out there and throw the ball, especially after seeing that fan catch that one barehanded. That's just electric.
Yeah, and she's still hyped up, ready to go. Got a big applause from the Secchi Stadium guests.
It's just a beautiful day out here as we exit winter, and this one popped right to right field. Serena Starks able to make the catch, went right to her. Barely had to come in at all. And Mick Anthony out for the first time in this one. 2 for 3 on the day now. As we move down the order, and to Kayla Bain, who has yet to put a ball in play. 2 strikeouts on the day.
Yeah, and we'll see what Bain swings at here. There's been a couple at-bats for her where she's struggled to see the pitches that she's wanted to. We'll see how aggressive McQueen is, knowing that Bain is still trying to get on the board.
Popped back. But yeah, McQueen here over 100 pitches and really no sign of slowing down. Last inning, she did give up 2 runs. But, I mean, 105 right now. Like we've been saying, 125 on Friday. That's a lot of pitches outside.
Yeah, good eye by Bain, not allowing McQueen to make her chase at all. You know, McQueen is very powerful, likes to go to that fastball, can also hit you with the rise and the drop. But when she changes in that curveball a little bit, it can get tricky.
So this is number 16 here for the Spartans. Colette Allen, who was listed as starting. They made a last-second change to go over to Kayla Bain, but now she's in the lineup. And she grounds it to short. Over the first routine play made there. And a good effort from Megan Ward to beat out Colette Allen on her first attempt of the day.
Yeah, good job over at short for Ward. Able to shuffle the feet, keep the ball in front. We've seen a few errors throughout this series happen because when you're shuffling those feet, you lose track of the ball and you let the ball get outside of your feet. But when you keep it in your center frame, you're able to shuffle and you're able to make the relay over to first. So a really nicely done job by Ward.
Yeah, and Alexis Ross popping it up now, foul territory. Tracking it over, but can't quite get to it. Almost hitting our camera over there on the first base side. Not able to get it as Eileen Donahue. And Alexis Ross stays in it, who scored the first run of the 5th inning, followed by on the same play, the second run of that inning from Hannah Hawley.
Nice job to frame that pitch was Berkmeyer. That one just coming low, and Berkmeyer was able to bring it back into the zone. And a nice pitch by McQueen going to that drop pitch. You mentioned she likes to do so.
Chopped at and grounded right back to Eileen Donahue, who gets the out. Illinois out of this one without the sniff of danger, and we're going into our final inning here in Sequia Stadium. And a check swing, called ball. But it's a lovely day here at Sequia for all of our student workers, Jack and I included.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Shout out to our producer, Alexa Wolkowitz, and our director, Briggs Maloney. Thank you guys for making the action happen. And shout out to you, Ethan, for being here today with me and spending the afternoon. It's been great so far.
Oh, Jack, there's no one I'd rather spend it with. Our sideline reporters, Marin Klein and Renee Aldana. Our overseer of all things, Matt McCullough, eating popcorn up here in the booth with us. And that one taken strike. A lot of work goes into this, Jack, and it's always nice when we get to shout everybody out. We hope you're having a fun time along with us watching at home. And Madison Taylor winding up for the pitch. That one ball high.
Yeah, that one trying to go to the rise there. That one just inches away from the zone. Good call there for a ball, and Michigan State just searching. They have one final chance at bat, but they're just searching to shut out Illinois here in this inning.
Yeah, and that one, a walk, not how you want to start it. With a free base given to Illinois to start this one out. Reaching first is Stevie Mead.
26, Paige Berkmeyer.
Bringing up the catcher, Paige Berkmeyer, who was 1 for 3 on the day.
Yeah, but 1 for 3, but with one swing of the bat, Berkmeyer can get going.
Absolutely, and sneaking out over there on first is Stevie Mead, trying to perhaps steal. Meeting going up now in the circle. Hannah Hawley coming out to talk to her pitcher that's taken us through from the beginning after a short stint from Liv Gray in the first inning that has taken us to where we are now. Spartan fans are hoping to see her return to full health. She did have some good pitching appearances this series, but today's certainly one that she'll want to forget. Madison Taylor done a great job. That one low and outside.
Yeah, and a little bit of action over in the Spartan bullpen, trying to warm up. We'll see. I mean, I can't imagine any action comes out of the bullpen to finish the rest of the top of the 7th, but anything's possible here. And Berkmeyer takes a look at his strike.
Yeah, that one just floated in there beautifully. And you can see there's Ashlyn Roberts, 0-0 warming up. She saw the game for just a moment on Friday. 1 out accredited to her. And like we're talking about, Stevie Mead making the attempt at a steal. The throw is made over there to Colette Allen at second. And no out there, but lucky that it stayed in front. We're going to take a time here, get things settled. And yeah, Stevie Mead definitely one to watch over there on first. This one outside. Ball 4. So now a runner in scoring position. Runners on first and second, and Illinois looking to take this one away here in the top of the 7th, Jack.
Yeah, a tough spot to be for Michigan State. 2 runners on first and second. Illinois just in the depth of their lineup right now. Moving over now to the 4 spot with Ryniec.
Ryniec shows bunt, fouled off the bottom of the barrel. And the runners will have to go back to second and first, looking to make the steal there like we're talking about. We got 2 speedy runners on base right now. 4 for 5 on attempts is Stevie Mead. 1 for 1 in Paige Berkmeyer, but they can both get there. And Abby Ryniec up to bat, the designated player today. Swung on and chopped. Catch made by Anna Fox over to Britton Bashir, safe. Back at first is Berkmeyer. So that one, good reflexes there from Anna Fox.
And Anna Fox, really, really good play, making the athletic grab. If she didn't leave her feet, maybe would have been able to get the double play, but nonetheless, a really good job to get the first out.
So ball low here from Madison Taylor to start this at-bat off. Here is Addison Carroll. Who on the day is 1 for 3. 1 strikeout. Chops this one to second. Collected and kept in front, fallen on the ball, going to third, and tagged out is Sydney Mead. Tried to find the city of gold there at home plate, didn't quite make it.
Yeah, and this is just a wild play, really heads up play though from Allen. Allen knows she was kicking herself, originally unable to get the ball in the glove to try to get the force out at first, but again, when it doesn't happen the right way that you want it to at first, you have to be able to keep your head up, and that's exactly what she did. And now we are going to have our official review.
Michigan State in a much better position here, only down 3. And can Madison Taylor keep it at that here in this one? That one goes high and away.
Yeah, and Taylor has an opportunity to fully really bring in the Spartans home and allow the bleeding to just fully stop. Taylor has done a fabulous job all game, as we mentioned, only 1 earned run still.
And this one popped up and out of play. Over 100 pitches now for Taylor, so much higher pitch count for McQueen than Taylor, despite the score here. The Spartan batters taken McQueen deep in counts so far in this one. This one dribbled into the dirt, but once again, Hannah Hawley able to keep it in front of her.
Yeah, Hawley's been doing a great job all game so far, able to keep those balls in front. Spartans have to be careful, though, when they go back to the bats. Tori McQueen has been pitching very, very solid this game, as she's done so all series. 7 strikeouts in the afternoon for McQueen. And it looks like we'll get a quick conversation.
And a pinch runner is going to come in for Illinois. That's Gabrielle DeBevic. The sophomore going to pinch run for Paige Berkmeyer, who's going to go put her catcher's gear on. And hopefully some speed coming in at second base for the Illini. This one popped into left. Janae Wash is under it, and she has it. So Michigan State able to get out of this top of the 7th with no carnage. And Illinois will be coming back, and it will be Tori McQueen facing the top of the Spartan batting order. Can the Spartans battle back from this 6-3 game?
We mentioned the rocket she has off the bat. That one just a bit outside.
And ball taken there. Hannah Hawley with some power. Going to try to knock one deep here. Illinois won the first game 8-6. Spartans 6-5 in the second. This is the tiebreaker for this series with 2 struggling teams at the bottom of the Big Ten. But we've been mentioning the good play from both sides today, especially after that first inning for the Spartans, an even battle. Take away that first inning, it's 2-2. And this one popped over the first base side. 2-2 still the count.
Yeah, McQueen now has a pitch to give if she wants it. We'll see what strategy she goes with here. We've mentioned how she likes to make these Michigan State batters chase with something on the outside. We'll see if she goes to that drop pitch that she's like to.
And she goes high. So a full count now for Hannah Hawley, the catcher. 349 on the year. 465 on base percentage. She's going to look to get on base right here. Popped up to second and into the glove there of Sydney Mallett. Almost over the head, but extends the glove and makes the catch just like that.
Yeah, that one-handed, no problem. Really good hand-eye coordination from Mallett, the second baseman.
So 1 up, 1 down here. Sydney Dolazecki up now. And that one chopped at over to the left field side. Foul. The triple, the single for Sydney Dolazecki. A good day for her no matter what happens at this at-bat. But the Spartans are going to really need her right now. I think your chances get very slim if she does not reach base here.
Yeah, Michigan State has to start with one batter being able to find a bag. And Dolazecki is one of those batters that can start you off with a rally. But the 1-1 count, we'll see what McQueen goes with.
And popped into right. Tracking it and catching it is Kelly Riono. So a pop out to right. Sydney Dolazecki is out. 2 up, 2 down. And Illinois just 1 batter away from ending this one, winning the series, staying out of last place in the Big Ten. Macy Lee at the plate. And Tori McQueen. This one popped up and out of play. Another great fan catch.
And that one handed it over. That will be turned in to the Sekia crew and returned in for a souvenir.
McQueen with the pitch. Just away. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, and Berkmeyer again trying to frame that pitch. McQueen's got that little smirk on her face. She's going to be looking to close something out here. 1-1 count.
That one tipped off the bat. 1-2 now. And yeah, that smirk. It's been a long weekend for Tori McQueen. 125 pitches on Friday. About to pitch her 124th today. And this one popped up, called by Megan Ward, and she's got it. Illinois wins 6-3 here in Sekia Stadium. That first inning onslaught by the Illini, what really makes the difference, those 5 runs. And 6-3 is the score. Michigan State dropping now to 16-28 on the season. Illinois 18-26.